go. Here we go. Back again one more time for another review from DJ Fat Snacks. And this one is about the Nintendo Direct that happened earlier this morning. Bro, tell me y'all wasn't excited about either the last entry of the Direct or the one that happened in the middle. But we're gonna get down to it in a few minutes. First though, let's go to talk about how they started the Direct, which I feel was like very, very lackluster. The Not really a good way to start a direct off, only because didn't tell us anything new. We knew we was getting DLC for the new Pokemon games. We knew what the names of the DLC were. We knew everything. We knew about the legendary Pokemon that was coming with them. So for them to just basically regurgitate that to us felt kind of special. But whatever. Let Nintendo do what they do. It was a little bit interesting to see more of the different costumes you can wear that you get when you're dealing with your character. But outside of that, we knew what like I said, the legendaries were and all that stuff. So it was kind of pointless. Leave that. They should have went ahead and just left that out and added all that stuff into a Pokemon Nintendo Direct. Whatever. Next up, keeping it with Pokemon, that I was interested in too. I know some people's other people were interested in other things. But the other thing that I was kind of interested in was they are now bringing back Detective Pikachu, which looks interesting. It looks like it's a different style of game, maybe, even though it's still the same. I don't know. It's weird. But it's always going to be weird when you see the talking Pikachu sound like a grown man, and not like Pikachu would sound. So that was interesting. I'm gonna be looking forward to seeing more updates on that. Um, the main one that I was looking forward to that I already knew was going to probably be shown at this showcase was Sonic Superstars. I'm going to enjoy this not only because it has that old school feel of the regular 2D side scrolling game, but the fact that now it's a four-player co-op on top of just different other characters that you could play as, and then they're all updated and then do different art style. So I'm definitely going to give probably going to put a reserve on that today once I'm done with this video. Go to my local GameStop or do it online. Whatever you decide you want to do. Probably want to reserve that because that's probably going to be a dope game. And yes, they talked about Splatoon. I don't understand why people like Splatoon. I get it, but I noticed why they had to bring it in because on a Sony one, on their Sony conference, well, little video they had their own little rip off of Splatoon. But we'll talk about that later. One of the main things everybody was excited for this Nintendo Direct. Can you believe it? They finally do it. I was told today it's almost 30 years since the original came out. I didn't know it was that long. But Mario RPG, one of my favorite games from when I was younger too. Didn't realize how long ago it came out. But yeah, that was one of my favorite games back in the day. And if I'm not mistaken, I know they had issues with licensing with Square Enix as far as why it took so long for them to actually come out with either a sequel or even a remaster in that case. And I'm glad to tell you guys that we're getting a remaster for Mario RPG this year, and it looks dope. Now, granted, you could tell that they tried to clean up the graphics. It looks new. Don't get me wrong, it does. But Mario and all the other characters look weird. I don't know why, but maybe it's because they wanted to make it look like the graphics itself look cleaner, but not use the original models for the game, or they want to use the original models, but then they didn't want to. I don't know. It looks different, more cell shaded, and I'm not mad at it. So I'm probably going to reserve this one too today once I'm done with this video. That's an interesting game, interesting take. If you look at how in my video right now under me, just like how crazy and vivid the colors are for it. So you could tell it might have been rushed. They didn't put as much detail into it as they could have, but it still looks good. And so I can't wait to get my hands on it once it comes out later on this year. And in this same announcement, they made an announcement was saying that Princess Peach is now getting her own new game, which looks interesting, as well as a new, well, not a new, but a remastered of a Luigi's Mansion game. I think that's either 2 or 3, not quite sure, but it'll be the first time on the Switch, if I'm not mistaken. So that's good. And then they did a little thing for Pikmin, which again, not a Pikmin fan, but I was interested in the new mechanics and the new things they added to the game. Because even though I haven't been a fan of Pikmin, I've paid attention to the things that's been happening over the years with the different games. And so the fact that they added the dog Uji, I think that's what his name is, and the fact that you have like almost like a rival that looks like a Pikmin human hybrid, and he has a dog too, and he's stealing the other people who came with you. That's interesting. It makes me. I might want to check it out. Not sure yet, but if you're in a Pikmin, that might be what you want to do. Also, oh yeah, also they decided to come out with a remaster for Pikmin 1 and 2, so look for that too as well. Let's see. Oh, and speak of remasters, we got the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection on the Switch, which I thought it would only have been on the Xbox and the PlayStation. So that was pretty cool that they announced it for the Switch. And they actually went in to show that it was like the original Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear Solid 2. And then there was a couple different other games that is going to be in this collection. So yeah, I can see why they call it a master collection. What's crazy about it is it says Volume 1. So I can only imagine what Volume 2 is going to have in it. If you're a Metal Gear Solid fan, you should go ahead and check that out. I'm probably going to check out the first couple games too. That's a I ain't gonna lie, that's a franchise that's worth revisiting, especially what they're doing on Sony's end too as well. Hey, let's go ahead and put the Nintendo Switch in there too. All right, I know I haven't talked about anything new outside of you know certain games that are considered first party titles for the Switch or Nintendo in general, but I have a couple of them here. The Persona game, I'm not a Persona fan, but Persona 5 Tactics, I know a lot of people are excited for that being introduced onto the Switch, as well as this new game called Penny's Big Breakaway. At first, I was like, I don't want to deal with this. But then when I got more into the gameplay and actually watching what they were talking about, and the fact that it was made by the people who made Sonic Mania, because even though I'm a Mario fan, I'm definitely a Sonic fan as well too. So I looked at the gameplay and that was pretty interesting. So I'm definitely going to probably check that out too as well. Mario Kart 8. Come on now, we already know we're going to get some more DLC for that. I was not expecting new characters though. Even though they're not new characters, they're old characters that they're adding to Mario Kart 8 is dope. So we getting Petey Piranha, the Wiggler, and Kamek. They're going to be the new characters that we get with this Wave 5. And I think this may be the last wave, but not sure. If you have the new monthly plan or yearly plan with that allows you to get, you know, the all the NES, the Super, the 64, and all those games, the $50 plan basically. If you have that, you automatically get this DLC for free if you still play Mario Kart. So 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna probably be downloading this soon in the next couple. Well, I think it's summer. I think they said it was going to be announced. Uh, and so another side game that was interesting, but again, I'm not going to probably be into it, but I should be into it because is WarioWare Move It. Same concept that the Wii had, the same concept as even the Wii U had, and even some of the earlier games in the Switch, lifestyle, lifespan. It's a game that just gets you moving. I like some of the mini games. I do enjoy, and I know this is the thing that's part of WarioWare, that they add segments from other games, like other first party titles, and even some, third party titles they add those segments in there to give you something to do in this game. So I like that. I like the some of the stuff with Mario and some of the stuff with different characters and stuff like that that were from different games. So that's pretty dope. I might give this a try because it's time. And yes, they couldn't let a Nintendo Direct go without announcing or talking about Legend of Zelda. Tears of the Kingdom right now, it's kicking my butt. I promise you guys, I think I have like 7 or 8 different parts of my playthrough of this game, and I'm not even a third of the way through this game. Still not even a third of the way through this game. So they put their whole foot in this. This is gonna have people playing for years to come. And knowing them, we're going to get some DLC. Do we need it? I don't think so, because this game is massive already as it is. But that's also me moving slow. So I'm going to eat it up, because definitely once if it does DLC come out, I'm going to get it. But to speak about it, what they had to put in here, they added the new amiibos. They already had one that came out with the game with Zelda, but now they're going to add, I'm sorry, Link, and now they're going to add Zelda to it and Ganondorf. So we're gonna get 2 new amiibos later on this year as well. And for the last and greatest game that they announced in this Nintendo Direct that I wasn't expecting, and I still don't know how to feel about it. Still good the fact that we get a new Mario game, but I don't know how to feel about this game overall. We're getting Super Mario Brothers Wonder, which is another side-scrolling game, just like the other ones, like new Super Mario Brothers, Wii and Wii U and all that stuff like that. But they added new things to it, and the the graphics look more like how the Mario RPG remake looks. So you could tell they probably was just making some new stuff. You can tell they were storing everything at the wall to see what works, because this game is crazy and it makes you wonder why they decided to do it. I know, corny, whatever. But yeah, so it's a co-op 4-player game. That's a plus. And guess who they added to the roster this time? You get to play as Daisy. That's another plus. And you get to speak to this flower that tells you different things you need to do and how it changes the landscape in the world. So that's a new twist in the Mario side scroller that you normally have. Uh, the power ups the power up that they announced at the end of the trailer as Mario turns into an elephant. I don't know where they was going with this. I hope once I get my hands on it, it plays pretty cool and interesting. Like I said, I don't know exactly how I feel about this game, but because I'm a Mario fan, I'm getting it. I'm going to at least play it once. So, you guys let me know how you felt about this Nintendo Direct, because that's how they ended the Direct. Let me know how you feel about it. Comment below. And until next time, I will check you to what's going on. I'll check you to what's going on. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.